Emma, Jake, and their friends booked a remote cabin in the mountains for a winter holiday. The air was crisp, and snow blanketed the forest around them. Initially, it felt magical, but as night fell, the silence of the woods felt suffocating. Jake joked, "Hope there's no ghost here," but Emma felt a chill that had nothing to do with the cold. That night, while everyone was unpacking, strange scratching noises came from the attic. "Probably just the wind," Jake said. But the sound repeated, heavier each time. Their dog, Max, growled at the ceiling, hair bristled. Suddenly, a loud thud echoed from upstairs, making everyone freeze. Next morning, they found Jake missing. His phone was on the kitchen table, still charging, but he wasn't anywhere. Emma's heart raced as she called his name outside, but only snow and silence responded. Then, Max barked furiously towards the woods. Emma reluctantly followed, finding nothing but footprints leading into the snow, then disappearing completely. By evening, the cabin felt oppressive. Shadows seemed to move across walls. Emma swore she saw Jake's reflection in the window, staring at her with hollow eyes. She screamed, but no one else seemed to notice. Then the lights flickered, and the temperature dropped drastically. Emma and her remaining friends tried to leave immediately, but the car wouldn't start. A deep, guttural whisper filled the cabin. "You shouldn't have come." Panicking, they finally ran through the woods, tripping over roots, snow covering their faces. They reached the main road hours later, only to discover the cabin had vanished, replaced by dense forest. Jake was never found. Story 2, The Haunted Beach House. Liam, Sophie, and their cousins rented a beach house for a summer holiday. The sun was shining, waves crashing beautifully. But the locals warned them about the old house by the rocks, saying it was cursed. Laughing it off, they checked in. On the first night, Sophie woke up to the sound of waves, but the tide was low and the sound was muffled. There was also faint whispering, like someone calling her name from the balcony. She shook it off, thinking it was the wind. Next morning, Liam noticed a small locked door in the basement. It wasn't listed in the description. They pried it open and found old photographs of families who lived there, all smiling, until the pictures had been scratched over with deep black ink, faces unrecognizable. A chill ran down their spines. That night, the house felt alive. Windows slammed shut on their own. Objects moved across rooms. Sophie screamed as water began dripping from the ceiling, but there was no rain. Liam saw a shadowy figure in the mirror, dragging its hands across the glass. Panicked, they grabbed what they could and fled. As they ran down the sandy path, waves crashed unnaturally high, almost as if trying to pull them back. They finally reached the road and drove to town. The next day, the beach house was gone. Just rocks and sand remained, as if it had never existed. Story 3, The Mountain Resort Nightmare. During a ski holiday in the Alps, friends Olivia, Mark, and Ryan checked into a luxury mountain resort. Everything seemed perfect. Cozy rooms, snow everywhere, and promises of fun. But a strange receptionist handed them an old-fashioned key, warning, "Don't go to the 13th floor." Curiosity got the better of Ryan. That night, he snuck to the 13th floor. The corridor was dark, flickering lights above. Doors opened by themselves. Whispers echoed, calling his name. Suddenly, a cold hand grabbed his shoulder. He spun around. No one was there. The next day, Ryan was missing. Security cameras showed him entering the 13th floor, but nothing else. Olivia and Mark demanded answers, but the staff insisted there was no 13th floor. Panic began to set in. Olivia, desperate, returned to the floor herself. The corridor stretched infinitely, lights dimming. She saw Ryan, pale and silent, his eyes black. He tried to speak, but no sound came out. The shadows around him moved like waves, whispering threats and promises of eternal night. They ran down the stairs as the hotel seemed to twist and warp around them. Doors disappeared, hallways stretched forever. Finally, they burst out into the snow outside, panting and frozen with fear. Ryan never returned. The resort later burned down mysteriously, leaving only ashes in the cold mountain air.